Hunter, come on. Come on, you ready? Go. So today I'm going to be finally reviewing my 2014 BMW 228i. Now I'm just going to give 5 reasons why I like my car. I'm going to be talking about like reliability, the trunk space, the gas, the speed, and overall just how I feel about this car. I think everyone can kind of agree with this, but when you do turn on your car or unlock it, you see those stoplights? Geez, they are actually really bright. I don't know why, but BMW makes their brake lights really, really bright. And I don't know, but I guess that's just how cool it is. So anyways, let's get on to it. Talk about the interior. Here is the interior of the car. It has paddle shifters, 8-speed automatic, obviously. Dual system AC, locks right here, hazards. It has sports displays if you get this upgraded head display, because the base head display does not have this option to show the sports displays. Obviously you can get some software that can show that, but overall it won't show it. Has a pretty good dashboard with this red accents. Folding mirrors. Let me show you. Folding mirrors. When you're driving down, here's my head right here, okay? The sunlight can still shine through. This doesn't really do anything as much. Obviously it's covering a lot, but it won't do way too much. This is the Sportline 220i, so it has the paddle shifters, also has sport options from Eco, which says there, Eco Pro, to Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Now, with this car, it includes heated seats, which feels really good, especially during the California winters. It also has a sunroof, SOS, call LED interiors right here. There's my dog. That's a pretty good storage space right here. Obviously handbrake, just because. And that's all I can really ask. Like I can really see. So anyways, let's get driving. So the first thing about this car is that it's really fast. With the weight of being 3,300 pounds, I think, depending on the model and really anything that's with the tech, like the parking sensors and all that stuff, this car becomes really, really fast. It revs up to 7,000 RPM. It's a little bit more, but it has 240 horsepower. Some figures say 280 horsepower on this type of car. Now, it's an 8-speed. It's not a manual. That's okay with me. I drive a lot. I commute at least 30 miles per day, which is not a lot to people, but it's a lot to me. And you know, it surprises me all the time that a 4-cylinder engine like this can really make such a huge difference. While still reliably getting 25 miles per gallon. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love this car from a car enthusiast standpoint to it. The reason being, it's a rear-wheel drive with a really, really good engine. It's an N20 engine that produces 240 horsepower, and that's really just enough for everyone. But if you look over here, my average right now is going to be 21.5 miles per gallon. Now that's when I'm driving in Sport Plus mode, driving like that really fast. The engine is very good in gas mileage. It's the first thing that I want to talk about, that the gas mileage is really good on this car. The second thing, power delivery, very, very good. I don't feel any lag with the turbos. I don't feel anything with it, anything wrong. And then, let's just put this in reverse for a sec. So, if I put this in drive, put this in manual shift, from S+1, this is the Sport Plus. Press the power shift to manual mode. Now let's go. Now there's a few gargles with this car. Now shifting this car is very, very good. I love it a lot. If you see right here, let me just get to this turn, to this point. Let me show you. And if I want to shift, very easy, very precise, nothing wrong about it. And overall, I just really love this car. The third thing about this car is the way it handles. When you adjust the sport setting from, let's say, I want to go to Eco right now, okay? It has a start-stop option. Right now, just kill the engine. Take off the brake, starts up again, and the steering wheel is actually very, very light. Obviously, it's good for city handling, and I can easily do this one-handed because it's on comfort and it's in Eco Plus. Now, when I go to comfort, it makes the suspension softer. Everything is normal. It still stops and starts and stops. Like for example, when I go to 0 miles per hour, stops the engine again, starts up again. But this is not as much as a gas-saving engine because the Eco Pro Plus doesn't let you rev to the higher revs. Okay. Now we get to Sport. Now Sport, you can manually shift with this with this one. It will not start and stop. It'll go faster, but it's more of a basic sport. Hey, I want to go have some fun, but I don't want to have too much fun. Now we get to the last one, which is Sport Plus. And if you put into manual shift, it'll still be in automatic mode, but it will shift a lot harder. So that's, I didn't touch the manual the paddle shifters or anything like that. It just shifted by itself, which is pretty good. Now, describing the automatic, it's shifting by itself. When how I'm going to describe it actually will surprise you, but when it shifts by itself, it throws you back into the seat. It's like someone punching you moderately in the chest and then pushes you back. That's the feeling that I get from this car, which is not too bad. The fourth thing that I want to talk about is the exhaust and stuff like that. Now, to have the exhaust, what I mean is that when you're in Eco, the exhaust will be quiet because there's actually a valve that controls the exhaust. When you put the Sport Plus, it will open the valve and it will actually make a gargling sound. Now, this is not a mod. This is actually a what do they call it? This is actually a factory exhaust. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here are a few things that actually separates the Sport line, the M Sport, all that stuff from the packages, or they call it trims. So now the first thing is the grills. Now the normal ones have silver small ones. This one has a black, more thicker grille. The second thing is the bumper. Now the bumper, it's, as you can see, if you look from far away, you think that this is an actual air duct. No, this is hard plastic. But the sides do work as an air curtain so that when air passes through, it has a better fuel efficiency. Now the M Sport does not have fog lamps. This has fog lamps, which is pretty cool. Now if you get to the other side, this one's actually functioning. This one goes towards the turbo, not the turbos, it's an air filter right here. This one is for the turbos to cool down, and this one is for the engine. Now the rims are 18-inch rims. Now if you think about it, the weird thing about this is that the M Sport that I saw at the BMW dealership, it came with 17-inch rims. This has 18s. I actually really like about this car is the fact that it has a lot of cargo space inside. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure about the cubic meters, but it's really big inside. Anyways, comes with a sunroof, which is pretty nice. Again, I mentioned the interior earlier, but here's an OEM fire extinguisher that comes with it. I'm just kidding, it doesn't come with it. Now, it's actually a lot of space if you actually think about it. It's not bad. This is my configuration for my seats, but it's actually a lot of space if you think about it. And this is the 2 series, it's not the 3 series. My parents have an F30 328i, which is not bad. It's actually it's slow, I'll be honest with you, but it's actually more than enough that you need. And it has a lot of space. Okay. Now it has red interior stitching, red accents, which is really nice. Now to open the hood, do it twice, pops right open. Now let's talk about the engine, which is the last part of this video. Anyways, getting to this. This is the N20 engine, the layout. Here's a side view to it. Now a lot of people say this is from 2014, the N20 sucks. Now I say not really. It's pretty reliable if you don't use ECUs, or if you don't JB tune it, or if you don't even tune it at all. If you keep it stock, it should be reliable. If you do your oil changes every 5,000 miles, it should be okay. That's the thing that you have to do. You have to change your oil every 5,000 miles because engines like these require good maintenance, love and care. Yes, things will break around here like this or that, but you just have to remember that when you buy a BMW, you're not going to expect total reliability. You have to love it, you have to care for it. And that's the one thing I don't understand about some people. It's like, if you're going to buy a high-performance car, you have to know that you're getting into a car enthusiast, a car that's like perfectly good for you, that you'll actually love forever.